when we actually click that button, we need to calculate all of this as well. So I'm going to copy all of this and put it inside the code. So I'm going to just put it here and just add single quotation marks on each one of the sentences. Now we want to convert this into code. We know this is just a statement, we can get rid of it. Bronze status is for those totals whose total donation are below 26. So basically what we have here is a kind of an if statement with many options. So if the donations are below 26, the status is bronze. Yeah. So let's basically rewrite all this. Let's put what this is at the end and keep on doing it for all of them. Okay, so far so good. So status, bronze status. So let's get rid of this. Single quotation mark. Total donations are below 26. The status is bronze. Status is bronze. Status is, so let's just copy this everywhere. Copy, paste, paste, paste. Yeah. So now if total donations are below 26, so else if, that's how you do that if statement with multiple options. And else if, this is something that you have to learn. And finally the if statement, when you run out of options, the last option, you just say else, and you don't need to define the over 75 because all others that don't comply with this will be a platinum status, so you can get rid of this. Okay, so if total donations are below 26, the status is bronze. If total donations, let's see what field represents our total donations. So if we go to the database, click on the field that summarizes, let's see how we call that, donations total so far. Let's copy this and paste, donations, paste, total donations, replacement, and else total donations, paste. Now if donations total so far is below, so less than 26, the status is bronze. Else if the donations total so far are from 26 or so are greater than 25 to cover for 26 and less than 49, the status is silver. So else if donations total so far more than from 51, so more than 50. I think I've done this a mistake. I should be less than 51, yeah? Less than, and up to 75. So to cover for 75 I have to be less than 76. 76. The status is gold. Otherwise, those whose donations totals is platinum, equals to platinum, yeah? So basically we have is, which is in maths would be equals, and here we have equals, equals again, platinum instead of is, total so far is platinum, yeah? Else those who, so if total so far is greater than 26, status is less than 26, yeah? The status is bronze. Else if the donations total so far is greater than 25 and less than 51, the status is silver. Else, this is gold. So basically, let's get rid of words that don't belong in the code. Let's say the full stop, for instance. On this one, there's another full stop there. And else if donations is greater than status is gold. Else those whose else donations total so far equals platinum, and get rid of the full stop. The structure of the if statement is if, then, else. Yeah. So if the donations then the status, so we say then, and we put the result after the then underneath. Let's put that as well. Else if 25 and then the status equals to silver. Else if then status is gold. Else donations total so far equals platinum. Let's check that these variables exist. The status is bronze. Yeah. So what we need to do is create a field called, do we have a status? We have a status here. So what we need is something to show the new status. Yeah. So we cannot put data in this because there is data in it already. So let's get a text box, call it new status. It's unbound, and let's give it a name so that we can use it in our code name. Instead of text 26, we can call it new status, the same name as the label. Okay, now let's copy this and reuse it. So Control C. Let's check that it is called new status. Well done. It's still unbound. It's not bound to any field. And let's go back to the code and replace. So let's highlight this, press Control H, this one. Yeah, that's replace something with something else. So we're replacing paste, we're replacing status with new status. Replace all in the highlighted area. Let's make sure that it doesn't replace it anywhere else. So replace all. The specific region has been searched. 3 replaces were made. So now that we replaced the status with new status, with the one that we entered, let's make some space in our sub up there. Copy and paste it in there, and take away all these so that we have proper code generated. It's so that you see the full stop. Okay, so what do we have here? And greater than 25. Oh, the pound sign. It doesn't like the pound sign. So let's get rid of the pound sign. We're not declaring what is less, so it's protesting, you see. So we need this. Copy. So else if donations total so far is greater and donation, so we need to paste it there. That's why it doesn't like it. So, and paste it there as well. With some space. And get rid of the quotation mark. And the else, and this goes underneath like that, and basically we can indent these using the tab. And can you guess what we're forgetting now? We started an if statement. What are we missing? If and if, and there we have it. Let's try our code. So we go to form view, let's say platinum, yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's debug that. Let's see what the problem is. Donation so far, or so else status. So it's the new status is gold. So this one, see, new status is silver, new status is gold, new status is copy, new status is platinum. Let's correct that, paste, and we go back. Basically I'm stopping the debugging of what the compiler has seen, and go there, 28, and the new status is not appearing. So let's go back to it, design view. So let's see why it's not appearing. See, basically these are picked up as variables, yeah, whereas it's the text that should be in the new status. So basically that's why it's not appearing. So we have to put quotation marks around it. So all of these things you have to practice and remember them. Silver, gold, and new status is platinum, because earlier I copied and pasted straight this without realizing. We tidy up a little bit. These are just comments, we can just leave them there, it doesn't really matter, or delete them. They don't affect the code. As long as we put a single quotation mark in front of them, there's no problem. So let's go back here into form view, and 28, 258, okay, platinum. All we need now is to basically tidy all this up. We don't need the IDs, yeah, to show the IDs. We don't need many of this stuff. The ID is picked up here, and there is no label for that. And let me show you a finalized form. So we go back to the design view, tidy up all of this stuff. So the donation ID doesn't need to be there. I can go here. Donation date is something that by default we need it. Donation donor ID, we don't need it. Amount, we need it. We don't need this. The surname is alright. The email, we don't really need that. Status, we need it. We can call this current status in the label, yeah, because we may have involved this in some code, so we don't want to touch that. Current. Remember that you can change the labels but not the text boxes, yeah, be careful with what you're doing. So all of this can go align left, fill in the gaps here, and all of this can be size to narrowest, size to widest. Let's align it, align right. So now let's tidy this up a bit more, and yet a bit more. Select the form here and go to format, dividing lines no, scroll bars neither, control box yes, close, minimum, maximum, those are all useful stuff. Dividing lines no, navigation, caption, navigation buttons no, record selectors no. So now when we look at it in form view, it looks like this. Mr. Carnu, the donation amount £23. We get all that, it shows everywhere, say OK, and his status is platinum. So this will be our form, all finished and done. We can still tidy up more. So for instance, we can make all of these smaller sort of, and keep the date a bit wider, depending on the length of each of these things, and basically that is it.